Okay. Hey guys, hey. How you guys are doing? Um, it's still pretty early, so I don't know how many people will show up, but I figured I would do a video. Um, last 2 days have been really rough on me, and I thought I could use the support. Did not want to get out of bed today. And I figured if you have to look at my chest, at least you get a heart, right? So if it is not 8:39 my time, I am not live anymore. But hi Star, how are you, honey? I haven't seen you in a long time. Hope you're doing well. How's the babies? Hi Lindsay, how are you, gorgeous? Can you guys hear me okay? Like, do I need to take off the headset? Because I could just pop off the headset and you might be able to hear me better. Just let me know you can hear me, all right? I am really, really depressed. I'm on the bike. I'm trying really hard not to be. Okay, you can hear me really well. That's awesome. I'm glad to hear you're doing well. So busy with the girls and the baby received a second diagnosis. What's the other diagnosis? You don't have to tell me, but you know. Like I was saying earlier, when I stand up, at least you guys get to look at a heart instead of just flabby skin, flappy thingamathings that I have left. So, this seat is still miserable. I think I have to get one that you can, like a gel that kind of goes over the seat, and you just tighten it instead of actually replacing the seat. I didn't know they had those, and I saw them on Amazon, and I was like, oh, well, I'll just do that. You're so sweet. I'm having a really rough time. Really, really rough time. This last week has just destroyed me, and I can't seem to kick it. But they found out she has a second disorder, which is very rare to have. Noonan syndrome. I don't know what either one of those are, sweetheart. Feel free to let me know. I'd love to learn more, but again, you don't have to if that's too personal. Hello to anybody that's shown up. I appreciate you showing up. I know it's pretty early in the morning, depending on where you are. I'm on the bike, just looking for some support. I'm trying to see what you guys are up to, and time goes just a little bit faster when I'm sitting here hanging out with you guys and not nearly as miserable thinking about things that I shouldn't be thinking about. For those of you who follow along with Astrid, she has her Facebook. She doesn't really add people that she doesn't know, but I post progression pictures for her, so if you want to see her progression, feel free to add me on Instagram under Experiencing Nirvana or under Nirvana Amber Lee on Facebook, and I will peep your profile on Facebook to see if you're crazy, and if you're not crazy, then I'll add you. So just throwing that out there. Some people try to add me, and I peep their profiles like, Trump 2020, Trump, ban all military transgender people, and I'm like, the hell are you trying to add me for? The hell's wrong with you? The word is no means no. I just know we ain't going to jail. That's all. We just ain't going to jail. But normally, people are awesome, and I let them stay on my Facebook. It's very rare I take somebody off. They have to say something super offensive, and it's really hard to offend me. So, hey Hannah, how are you, honey? is a neurological tumor disorder. Is a muscle and skeletal disorder the baby has. Oh my God, I'm so sorry to hear that. Oh God, have mercy. Were they siblings from the same parents, or is this just random that both babies had to have this? I'm talking to Star. Guys, if you're not following along, she has children that she adopted that have disorders. So I'm kind of answering her back and forth if you're following along. It's almost meal prep madness. They are sick, that's what I thought. Ready to work. You are so amazing, Lindsay. You are so amazing. I know that has to be hard. I can't even imagine how hard that must be to have children with disabilities, but I commend you both on being amazing parents and giving those children the best lives they could possibly have. Like, you guys are amazing, and I'm gonna cry because that's what I do today. Like, I've done nothing but cry since I woke up. Is that Gianna or Gianna? Gianna? You'll have to spell that out for me so I don't butcher it. I'm trying to get you guys all set up here so I don't fall over. So I've done 2 miles in about 6 minutes, which is nothing. I didn't want to get on the bike, but the wife was like, hey, you need to work out or you're going to continue to be miserable and cry all day. And it's like 50-some degrees outside, so she didn't really want me to go for a walk right yet. So I'll probably go for a walk when it's a little warmer. Gianna, that's a beautiful name. Look into my heart, 'cause I love you guys. People think I'm so fucking weird, and they're right. I have gained a lot of weight. Yes, ma'am. This morning I woke up at 256 pounds. How about them apples? So, why, you might ask? Because I'm eating everything in sight. And it's not even garbage, it's yogurt. Like, I'm eating chicken breast, I'm eating turkey. One thing that I need to stop buying is the frosted mini wheats and the Triscuits, because like 1 serving of frosted mini wheats is 25 pieces. 25 pieces minus, I think it's, hold on, it's like 12. Noosa, that's what I've been eating, Noosa. The raspberry is my favorite. Noosa is delicious, but of course it's got like 31, 33 carbs in it. So my body responds to carbs. But, what was I gonna say? The 51 carbs minus like 12, I'm still eating like 40, 43, somewhere around. I can't math. I can't fucking math. Cannot math. But yes, I've been eating Triscuits, and Triscuits only get 6 dietary fiber out of like 20. So I'm eating even though I'm eating things that you would think are good because they're whole wheat, I'm still eating crap. Because my body is taking that as in, oh, carbs, let's just keep on to them carbs, Tubby. I don't know what noise that was. Let me scroll. They're so special, it doesn't matter, she can't talk. Oh, I love that, Lindsay. I have a bike at work and weights. Work when she sleeps, you're amazing. Carb Master yogurt from Kroger. We don't have Kroger. Like, we don't have that stuff here. coconut noosa that has chocolate almonds and coconut flakes topped my yummy nom nom nom. Carbs are the best, ain't they? Yes, carbs. You know, I really thought, like, I thought if I bought Triscuits and I bought, you know, frosted mini wheats, then I was doing myself a favor, because I can't have bread. Like, I can't have gluten. Gluten tears my stomach up. I have found this out through the Distal. It's almost 2 years now in December. That's what tears my stomach up. So I have been skating around that by finding whole wheat, you know, with no gluten. And I'm like, I can eat that. Doesn't tear up my stomach. Doesn't bother my intestines at all. But has 89,015.7 frickin' carbs. And I just blow up like a balloon. So, 256 pounds. I am disgusted with myself. I'm so angry that I've let myself get to this point. I'm just mad. And like, it's a really shitty cycle because I can't stop myself. Like, even though I'm eating the serving sizes of the things that I'm eating, those serving sizes are still way over my carb limit. It doesn't really matter about, you know, calories for me, because I burn like 3,000 calories a day because I work out. So I don't really have to worry about, unless I've just gone haywire with my you know, I lose weight the best under 30 carbs, under 30 net carbs. That's where I lose the best weight. And I am eating like triple that. And I've been eating something called fried clams that you can get from Gordon's. And I don't fry them, I put them in the air fryer. Well, they're still breaded. So they're still like, they're still covered in bread, obviously, which is flour. So that, number one, it tears up my stomach. And number two, there's 610 calories. So I know I shouldn't be eating them, but they're like one of my favorite things ever. I just throw them in the machine, pop the machine on for 9 minutes, and they're done. And they're crunchy, and I drain all the grease off of it and smush them. But that's not enough, because I'm still getting all the fucking carbs. Makes no sense. It makes no sense. Like, I don't know if anybody else is like dealing with what I am, but it's just, it makes no sense on why I can't get my shit together. I've done this so many times before. I don't know why this time is different. Like, why I can't just be like, stop eating that. Just stop eating it. I think if it was candy, or it was cookies, or it was, you know, I'm bringing in trash, soda or something into the house, I would be like, okay, well, here's your reason. But in my mind, I'm like, I'm bringing in stuff that I need to eat that isn't really that bad for me, though it is. Where's your water? Where is it? Come on. Where's your water at? Even though I don't want none. Come get it. I'll wait. So I've been talking to this doctor about what's called an overstitch. Let me read what you guys said. Hold on. Flavors to make us crave them so intensely. I'm hoping to get some ideas from dealing with the book. You have to tell me all about it. Depression gets me and I go downhill. I have problems with fruit, bad, and pains. I get half an apple. Struggle with every day with chocolates, addiction, it sucks. Yeah. Sorry for the view. And then, like, I put up on Facebook or Instagram, and I'm like, oh, you know, I weigh, you know, this much, because I'm honest. I'm like, I weigh 256 pounds. And then people are like, well, how tall are you? And like, we've had this conversation before, but that hurts my feelings. They're like, oh, well, I'm smaller than you. I'm shorter than you. That's the only reason, you know, you look the way you do and I look the way I do. And I'm like, we're all different. If we all ate the exact same thing, if we all exercised the exact same way for the exact amount of time, we would all still look different. We're all different people. Like, it doesn't matter how fucking tall I am. 256 pounds is still unhealthy. I've done 3 miles in 15 minutes. I need to get my shit together. Like, I need help, and I don't have any help. My wife can't help me. Like, I wish she could, but she's not here. And the fact that she's not here, and the fact that it's so fucking stressful for me to be alone, makes this even worse. Everybody's body is different. Everybody. Like I said, I could be eating your diet. You could be working out as much as I do, the way I do, and no matter what, our bodies would still look completely different. 100% different. There's just that we're not the same people. We're not made the same genetics. Like, we didn't come out of the same mama, like, and daddy. Like, we're completely different. So what I do and what you do, no matter what it is going to look differently. And I'm just so tired of, like, defending myself. Oh, you weigh 256. Well, I weigh 254, and you look so much smaller than I do. How tall are you? I'm 5 foot sassy. That's how tall I am. That's exactly how tall I am. I'm 5 foot sassy. I just wish this was easier. Guys, I wish people didn't have to struggle as bad as that we do. But no matter what kind of surgery you've had, no matter if you haven't had surgery, no matter if you're doing keto, like, nobody's perfect. There's always going to be a birthday party. There's always going to be Christmas and Thanksgiving and Halloween, and people are not going to be 100% on track the whole time. Like, people who think that they're going to stay on track the whole time. Or another lady had written, I'll read what you guys said in a minute, had written on her Instagram story that within the first 2 years, people shouldn't feel bad if they don't have their shit together. And I'm like, first 2 years? First 2 years, honey, it's been 8. I've been doing this since 2012. I've been killing myself, working out, trying to eat better. I've had 3 surgeries. Oh, I was going to tell you about the overstitch. I'll tell you about that in a minute. And, like, do you know that I got people who message me who are like, I'm 12 years out in Nirvana, I'm 10 years out in Nirvana, I'm 9 years out in Nirvana, I'm 7 years out in Nirvana, I'm 5 years out in Nirvana, I'm 3 years out in Nirvana, and I still don't have my shit together. Like, it is a never-ending cycle. And to think that you're magically going to get your shit together, like, after a year or 2 is unrealistic. And I don't feel like giving people that I don't want to give people too much hope, and I don't want to give them no hope. I want to give people the real. There are going to be times where you're going to be kicking ass and taking names and losing weight and feeling great about yourselves. And then there's going to be times like this where you're in a pandemic and, like, everything just fucking falls apart. Like, but that doesn't mean you can't go back into that place where you're kicking ass and taking names. Like, I've got to get off these 26 pounds. I have to. I've got to get it off. Like, there's just no choice. Like, I'm not giving myself a choice. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I've got to. The last time I lost this much weight, I was able to eat vegetables. I'm no longer allowed to eat vegetables. I just don't digest them. So there's like, it's like no point in eating them, but they filled me up and they gave me the nutrition and the feeling that I was eating. So I felt good. I felt okay and full and happy with a big ass salad, or like, you know, 2 cups of spinach with a little lime juice, and, you know, like, I felt good with a whole can of carrots, or a whole can of peas, or a whole can of green beans, but I don't digest those anymore, so eating them doesn't do anything besides upset my stomach. It is like a roller coaster. You guys talk to me. I am here, I am listening. Like, I know I can't be alone in all this. Ask me anything. The overstitch. So, as a lot of you know, I don't have any restriction. And the doctor here is talking about going into my esophagus and narrowing the stoma that goes into my small intestine, because right now it's sitting at a 20, which is about the size of a ping pong ball. So, of course, anything I put in there immediately just funnels right out. So he would go in there and make it a lot smaller so that food would actually stay in there. But my worry is that I take a lot of medication and vitamins. I don't want, when I had the band in, the vitamins and pills and stuff that I was taking would get stuck, and then I would be burping up powder. So I don't want to relive that. That was horrible. That was miserable. I don't want to live through that again, because I was constantly throwing up mucus every time I would eat something, because I told you your stomach lining is filled with mucus in order to help you not get an ulcer and help food go down and stuff. Well, and I understand, Lindsay, I really do. But that mucus has to go somewhere, so it's denser than the food. It is, they would just go in there and undo it. But, you know, that leaves scar tissue and other issues that can happen, and to me that it's scary. But it would give me, you know, hold on, I gotta stand up because this thing's killing me. It would give me the restriction that I've never had, but I just don't want to throw up all the time. And taking my medicine, I don't want it sitting on my stomach and giving me an ulcer either, which is also, you know, something that can happen when you have really strict restriction. Yeah. It is horrible. And when I had my band in, that's all I would do. I'd have to keep a special cup, because like when I put food in, like that would come up, because the food is denser than the mucus, and the mucus would come up to the top, and you'd have to get rid of it in order to eat. As delicious as that sounds, that's the truth. So, and sometimes now, like if I'll eat too much, it'll come up and I'll have to get rid of it. Like, that's a rarity, I have to do that, but it does happen. But, so they would go in there and they would make my pouch, you know, the hole to my pouch smaller. I worry about my medications because I take really big capsules. I worry about being able to drink enough. Like, I worry about little things like that. I'm not worried about food. Food would be, you know, annoying, but I just don't want to spend every day throwing up like I did with the band. That's one of the reasons we got rid of the band, is because my protein had gone down and I was not digesting near enough food, so I was malnourished. Like, all my vitamins had started tanking. Like I was getting malnourished. And then when I was weightlifting, because my port sat here, when I did this, it would always pull on my port, and eventually it started to flip. So we had to take it out. It is difficult. You know, I thought the distal would be the one and done. Like, I figured this one I wouldn't have any problems with. Like, you know, like, if I could just get this one done, I would lose all my weight and not have to worry about it. And apparently fucking not. Apparently I still have to worry about it, because apparently I can gain weight in large quantities if I don't get my shit straightened. So I don't know about you guys, but I don't want to be 260 again. I don't want to be 270. Like, I don't want to get to a point to where it's gotten so out of control I can't fix it. So I don't know. I have an appointment with him on the 15th of November, because that's how far out he's booked. He's the best in town. And then I don't think it would take them long to get me in for the endoscopy, because that's the way they do it. They do it through the endoscopy, endoscopy, whatever you want to call it. And they would just make it closer. So he wants to put it to an 8, and I counter offered to 12. I'm like, I don't need it super tight, but I do need it tighter than what it is. And I want the reassurance that if I can't handle it, he'll take it out. But then again, I won't be here. I will be leaving next year to a new base. So then I'm going to have to find another doctor. And that's just, again, like that, it's just military life. Like, you don't really get a choice. Kind of have to do with what I've got. And I don't know what bariatric doctor I'll find where I'm going. You know, what specialist I'll have to go through. My mother's going through a heart CT, which, if you follow me on my other stuff, I told you about my aunt dying recently from heart disease. My other aunt has stents in her heart, and pretty much everybody I know on both sides of my family have died from heart disease. So I want to see where I'm sitting at, but I don't know, you know, I don't know if I should just get a referral to a cardiologist and be like, let's do this, or if I'm being overzealous and just scared. But I figured if I caught it early enough, you know, if I have a blockage or a narrowing or something, that if I caught it early enough, then we could do something about it instead of waiting until I'm 50 or 60 and then I drop dead. What do you guys think? Because that's the only thing I can think of, is just being like, my entire family is riddled with heart disease. I used to be close to 600 pounds. I need help. I do too, Hannah. I just wish, you know, I just wish Evelyn was here to help me. I think that's what I'm going to do. I have an appointment with my doctor on the 3rd, and I'm going to ask her for a cardiology referral. And I'm going to find the best one that they've got here and go in and talk to them. I just think it's smarter that way. I know it's expensive tests, but I don't want to die. Like, I have worked so hard to get to where I'm at. Like, I don't want to have heart disease and then not know about it and then have a massive heart attack and be unable to do all the things that I enjoy now. Like, I don't want that. That's just not a life I want to live. Like, that's just not, that's not my best life, is what I feel. So I think catching it as early as possible is probably the best thing that I can do. And I read this I read this meme the other day that said that if I was ever a toxic person in your life, I'm sorry. And, you know, I thought about that. Oh, hey girl, hey, thank you for showing up. I'm glad that you caught me. Kara, that's true. I think I'm making a good decision, but you know, I was saying about the toxic person in people's lives. If I've ever been that toxic person in your life, I'm sorry. You know, I've had to grow the fuck up. I have changed 1,000 times over the course of the last 8 years. I have changed myself like, you know, 180 degrees. I have worked myself to the bone. I have tried so hard to have therapy and work on medications and just try to become a better person. And if I was ever that person that hurt you, or ever that person that, you know, if I was ever the villain in your story, I'm sorry. I know these people still watch my channel. Like, it's the same people that watch my channel constantly. I want them to know that I'm sorry for that. If I was ever the villain in your story, I can only apologize. There's not much more I can do about it, but you're hating the wrong person, because I'm no longer that person anymore. Like, she's gone. And I will never go back to being that person, so letting go of things and people in your life that hurt you is the best thing that you can do for yourself. Just let go. That's the way I feel about it. Like, I've had to let go of people that I really loved and cared about, and even family that I really loved and cared about, but they were toxic and hurtful, and so I had to let them go. And it was hard. It's very hard to let people go. A lot of people don't want to sever that tie, especially when they really care for somebody. But I just want you to know that if I was that person to you and you can't let go, please do. Just, you know, move on with your life, be happy, do the things that you need to do. It is painful, but it is 100% important to live a happy, healthy life. It is so important to let people just go and let them find their own way and do their own things. And I wish nothing but happiness for everybody. I have only ever let go of 5 people, only ever. And I wish every single solitary person the most happiness I could ever imagine. I wish them the best in life. I wish them to have a happy, healthy life that is better than they ever dreamed of. Like, I don't wish ill on anybody. Like, I just want people to be happy. I want to lift people up, and I want to see people succeed. That's all I really want. I just want people to succeed in life, because life is so short, and it is too short to hate people. Like, that is what I'm getting at. It is too short to put that energy into hating somebody or being mad with somebody when you can't change something in the past, because the past is the past. So ask me some stuff. I'm on mile 5.7 in 34 minutes, which means I gotta kick my ass into gear. I still have 4 more miles to go before I can allow myself to get off the bike. I really appreciate you guys showing up and keeping me company. You're sweet, Hannah. I just have a lot of time to think. I'm still having issues. I have a lot of broken teeth on this side, and I have 2 broken teeth on that side, and they need to be fixed, but my insurance is crap and will not pay for it. So eventually when I move, we will be able to get a loan or something, and I'll be able to go and get all that fixed at once. But right now my teeth are absolutely the worst. I can't eat anything crunchy, like I have to make it soft, but you know, them's the breaks. You know, having dental problems runs in my family, number one, and then you have a malabsorptive procedure, so that doesn't help with the calcium being leached out of your teeth. Lots and lots of people I know with the RNY have bad teeth too. It's just something that happens. I actually looked into the colleges here, and none of them offer that. I really live in a small, teeny tiny place, so I'm gonna have to wait until we move somewhere bigger. And with all hopes, I'll be able to find, you know, like a college or something that will, you know, do a sliding scale and try to fix everything. I'm terrified of dentists, so it's going to take a lot for me to let them work on my mouth, but I know it needs to be done. I also just cannot wait to move out of here. I started packing up. Where's water? If you weren't here earlier, where's water? Das agua, por favor. Get your water. What was I saying? Yeah, wherever I go next, you know, I'm just happy to be out of here. I will miss Astrid. I'll miss my friend Amy. Like, I'm going to miss the people that I've met. But ultimately, like, this will be a better step for me to move on to another place. I will get more in depth with the overstitch after I talk to the doctor. But I don't see him till November the 15th. And I'm still kind of just on the fence on whether or not I really want to do that. Yeah. I would like to have my skin removed, but it would be nice to eat and not have to deal with the pain. So it would be nice to get that done. Hopefully it's fixable and I don't need dentures, but I have a feeling I'm going to need bottom dentures, to be honest with you. I have a feeling that that's probably what's going to happen, because these are all really bad. Like, they might be able to fix the ones up here that have cracked. But I have a feeling that I'm going to have bottom dentures, or at least the implants. So, like, they take them all out and give me the implant. So we might work on that instead. But those are super expensive. Good God Almighty. Dentistry's got that monopoly. Like, there's so many people out there that don't get their teeth fixed, and that's why, because they can't afford it. And insurance just does not cover, you know, the amount of money people need in order to get their teeth fixed. Like, I know that people with Medicare and Medicaid, like, they're able to get their teeth fixed. But even with me with dental from the military, nope. They'll only pay a certain amount, and that's it. And that's all. I've been working on my diamond paintings. just to kind of keep my mind off of stuff. And I'm almost done with this one, so I'm going to have to find another one to do. This one's beautiful. I can't wait to finish it so I could show you guys. I haven't really been in the mood to paint. I'll probably get back there soon. Just right now I'm just really not in the mood to paint. It comes and goes. Like, I also have video games that I can play, and I don't have, you know, the feeling. It's awful too, because a tooth infection can cause hurt. I know that. Yeah, I know. I wish that's the way it worked, but it sure the hell don't. The military will pay for everything for the active duty, but for the dependents, you can forget it. You can forget it. So, I have done 6.8 miles in 40 minutes. My heart rate is about 117, and I have not even burned off breakfast yet. So that tells you that no matter how hard you work out, if you're eating more calories than you're burning, that's the problem. That's my problem. Right over here. So, just having it rough right now, guys. Like, I'm having a lot of deep, dark depression, like really dark depression, and I don't have a therapist here that does video, that doesn't want to see me first, and because I don't drive, I can't really get there. Ubers can't get on base, so there's not really a whole lot of, it's really hard to get doctor's appointments and stuff now that Evelyn is gone. So I really haven't gone to see many doctors or done anything that hasn't been on Astrid's day off. And she's just been really nice enough to let me tag along with her. So I am very thankful for her. She's been amazing, and I don't think I would have gotten this far. I don't think I would have made it this long without her. She's just an extraordinarily awesome human being. And I feel very lucky to have her in my life. Somebody wrote to me the other day that I'm replacing Evelyn with Astrid, and I'm like, am I not allowed to have friends? Just because this person is trans and this person is trans, like, do you think I just switch on over like it's no big deal? Like, Evelyn is on the computer right here. Like, right, hold on. Can you guys see that? She's on the computer with me 24 hours a day. Like, I'm not replacing anybody because she's the love of my life. I'm allowed to have friends. And if they're trans friends, well, it's fucking even better. Like, I love people. I love them if they're gay, if they're not gay. I love them if they're trans, if they're not trans, if they're non-binary. Whatever you are, asexual, I love you just the way you are. But to think that, you know, I'm just scooting over and being like, oh, well, Evelyn's gone, I'm just going to find the next trans person and just hook on to them. What the fuck? No. That's my wife. That's my everything. That's the person that I'm going to be with till the day I die. Like, I'm not replacing her with anybody just because I found a friend who's really awesome. Like, the hell is wrong with people? Yeah, well, you know, Evelyn's gone. You might as well switch to somebody else, you know. Can't possibly wait for somebody. Exactly. I can have as many fucking friends as I want. And she goes to the gym with me every day, which I appreciate more than I can even remotely tell you. That she goes to the gym with me, and it helps me immensely. As you can see, I struggle here on the bike right now. Number one, because I weigh too much. And number two, because I don't have somebody else to push, who in turn is pushing me. It's just, people are stupid. To me, people are just looking for some reason to make somebody else unhappy. And that's just the way I feel about it. So, I just wanted to get on here for a little while, guys. I have about 15 minutes till till I should be done. If nobody told you today that you are loved, know that I do. I love you guys. If nobody told you today that you're amazing, that you're special, and that you are unique, and you cannot be replaced, please know that from the bottom of my heart. You cannot in any way, shape, or form be replaced. If you don't think you would be missed, I miss you. I miss you guys when you don't show up. I know you guys by name and screen name, and I know more about your family when you tell me, like, I would miss you. You are needed here. You are needed here. You are wanted here. I appreciate you here. Any amount of time that you spend, I appreciate you. So I love your beautiful, gorgeous, amazing faces. I hope everyone has a wonderful day, no matter where the hell you just happen to be in the world. At least I didn't cry in this video, and I will talk to you very, very, very soon. Mwah. Bye.